Since Mickie James is going into the TNA Hall of Fame, I've decided to do her most famous and best wrestling storyline ever. The Piggy James storyline. Oink, oink. And my nose kind of hurts when I mess with it still. But oink, oink. Now, this was a WWE storyline involving bullying, which WWE would later condemn and run an anti-bullying campaign. Because they're WWE. Now, this started when Mickie James moved to SmackDown in 2010, I do believe. And Michelle McCool was women's champion. Now, the only reason Michelle McCool ever got any sort of promotion or push was because she was in a relationship with The Undertaker. She was boring on the mic. She was bad in the ring. She all around was not a good wrestler. But she was phoning The Undertaker, so Undertaker said, I want her to be pushed. And she was teaming up with Layla to create the team of Lay Cool. Now, Layla actually had some talent, but Layla was never used correctly. And Mickie James beat Layla in a match, giving her a shot at Michelle McCool's women's title. Now, this brought Michelle McCool, made her not so McCool. She was McAngry, which Mick means son of, so she was son of angry, which explains her giant penis. So she decided to make fun of Mickie James' weight because Mickie James was not rail thin like Michelle McCool. She actually had boobs, she actually had ass, unlike Michelle McCool, which was like a stick with blonde hair on it. And she created this E-I-E-I-O screen with Mickie James' head on a pig and her doing Old MacDonald and teasing Mickie that she was fat. Now, Mickie actually cried at this time, calling Mickie Piggy James, and Mickie cried because of this bullying, because Mickie can actually act. So later on, they had a Survivor Series match against each other with Mickey's team and Lay Cool's team. And Mickey's team won. Now, this enraged, once again, Michelle McCool, and they decided to throw a party for Mickie James. By party, I mean they shoved cake in her face and dumped a punch bowl over her head while calling her Piggy James. Now, Mickie James once again cried. Now, let me explain something. We don't know the entire reason for this angle. It is rumored that because Mickie James broke up with John Cena, because John Cena cheated on her, which John Cena cheated on his wife, Mickie James, that is why John Cena had Mickie James moved to SmackDown and Mickie James punished. Michelle McCool, on the other hand, felt terrible about the angle and continually apologized to Mickie James every time they had to do something. So did Layla, but they did get a lot of heat. But it wasn't good heat. It was, we want you to die. We want you to die in the ring heat. So then, the night before Royal Rumble, when Mickie James was supposed to get her title shot at Royal Rumble, Michelle McCool came out and did an open title shot to anyone. And Layla came out in a fat suit with a pig nose, eating a donut, and came to the ring. At which point Michelle McCool led her around the ring with the donut and then pinned her. Now, there are good ways, there are good payoffs, and there are bad payoffs. There was a good payoff at the Royal Rumble because Mickie James beat Michelle McCool in 20 seconds. It's a bad payoff in the end because Michelle McCool gets a title shot, and you're thinking, well, Mickie James is going to keep the title. No, Vicky Guerrero gets involved and costs Mickie James the title, and then Mickie James gets injured and is let go by the company. And so ends the reign of Piggy James. And WWE has to do some anti-bullying campaign to make it look like they didn't actually just bully a person out of the company. Now, Mickie James went on to become a country singer, not a Jeff Jarrett country singer, an actual country singer. She's got honors from Native Americans. She went on to TNA, where she became an even bigger star. Michelle McCool went on to have Undertaker's kid, and Layla continued to be used wrong. And as I said, Mickie James is now going into the TNA Hall of Fame. Michelle McCool might be in the WWE Hall of Fame. She didn't deserve it if she is. She got it because she bunked The Undertaker. So that's all there was to this angle. Join me later in the week when we take a look at Grizzly 2, starring George Clooney, Charlie Sheen, and Laura Dern. See you then.